just love that song. Always puts me in a good mood. Grenada, Caracou, Peachy Martinique, good morning. Good morning, everybody. What's going on? What's the latest? How are you? How's the family? Howdy do, neighbor? Oi. Good morning, everybody. It's April 22nd, 2021. It's another thankful Thursday. Let's give thanks for being in the land of the living. Good morning to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. Those of you on the GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Those of you, I think it's GBN Production that's still up and running at the moment. Don't worry, we're still working on getting back GBN, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. But in the meantime, those of you who join us on the platform, check us out on GBN Production. Good morning as well to all the folks joining us on the website, www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20. Good morning to all the folks joining us on Party Grenada and Go To Fed Facebook pages. And I always have to give a special warm hail up to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. Good morning, everybody. Caracou, PT Martinique, the Sister Islands. A blessed morning to each and every one of you. All the viewers and listeners across the Caribbean, whichever part of the region you are, a special spicy Grenadian 473 morning to you. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a special hail up and a special salute to each and every one of you. Hopefully, everything would be back to normal in short order. Hopefully, the space in time between explosive eruptions, hopefully that's a sign that La Soufri is going back to sleep. I'm thinking positively. So let's hope it'll all be well in short order on St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All the folks joining us internationally this morning, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. Good morning, everybody. Let's start as usual with the word of the day. It's a good day to have a good day. It's a thankful Thursday. And this morning's word of the day is sustainability. Sustainability. It's a noun which means the quality of not being harmful to the environment or depleting natural resources and thereby supporting long-term ecological balance. Sustainability. Most commonly meaning the quality of not depleting natural resources, sustainability is a transparent compound of the adjective which means able to be supported or maintained and the common suffix ity. The oldest usage of sustainability was as a legal term, the capacity of being sustained as true or upheld as valid by legal argument, and that was in 1835. The current environmental sense, specifically mentioning wildlife and ecosystems, arose about 1980. That's the word of the day this morning, sustainability. It's spelled SUSTAINABILITY. Sustainability, a noun which means the quality of not being harmful to the environment or depleting natural resources and thereby supporting long-term ecological balance. An example of the use of the word, sustainability is based on a simple and long recognized factual premise. Everything that humans require for their survival and well-being depends directly or indirectly on the natural environment. That's the word of the day this morning, SUSTAINABILITY, sustainability, a noun which means the quality of not being harmful to the environment or depleting natural resources and thereby supporting long-term ecological balance. I'll tell you why that's the word of the day today in a short while. But first, let me give you the thought of the day to get you through your thankful Thursday. Today and going forward for the next 24 hours at least, the thought of the day that I want you to remember: take time to be thankful for everything that you have. You can always have more, but you could always have less. Take time to be thankful for everything you have. You can always have more, but you can also have less. While you may be thinking and wishing and praying and desiring for other things or more things, just be grateful for what you have, because you could still have less. You may not have much, but you could still have less. So be grateful for what you have, especially on a thankful Thursday. Just give thanks. Think of all the blessings that you have and give all praises and all thanks for them. The thought of the day: take time to be thankful for everything that you have. You can always have more, but you can also have less. Remember that. All right, let's see what's celebrated today. Today, the word of the day was sustainability, and it is fitting because today is celebrated as Earth Day. It is Earth Day today. For the past 50 years, Earth Day has been celebrated by billions of people around the globe annually every April 22nd to join together in promoting awareness for the health of the environment. Why should we continue to celebrate this holiday? Some people may view it as just another occasion or an excuse to wear green and a flower crown. But with serious concerns about changing environment being studied and addressed today by prominent scientists and young climate change activists alike, some people are adapting to more environmentally friendly ways of living every day, not just on April 22nd. Cue the composting, recycling, repurposing, carpooling, thrifting, and metal straws to save the turtles. It is Earth Day today. Do something unique, something special to save the Earth. This is where we live. We ain't nowhere else to go. They're looking for life on other planets, but this is the planet we know. Let's take care of the planets we know. Earth, especially at the straws come to mind. You know what? Here's the challenge for all you. Don't litter. Y'all know that's my pet peeve. Don't litter. Do your very best today. If it's one thing you're going to do for Earth Day, is to refrain from littering. Your garbage, whether you're in your own vehicle, keep it in the cubby hole until it gets our garbage. You're traveling in a bus. You're walking on the road. You're going somewhere. You're leaving the office, or you're leaving where you come out and eat lunch to go back to the... Do not litter. That's the challenge today on Earth Day. Keep your litter to yourself. Yes, that's the challenge. Keep your litter to yourself. Afraid to tell all to throw it in the bin because I could just see all the pelting it toward the bin and the breeze going with it, and you leave that day. Keep your litter to yourself today on Earth Day. It's one of my pet peeves. I hate litterations. Lord, that has hurt my feelings. Walking through tongue there, and men, sometimes women, careful where you urinate as well. Walking through tongue the other day, a lady tell her, I don't know if it's her son, grandson, nephew, just right on the ground there, on the piece of wall in front Esplanade Mall. Right on the piece of wall where everybody walking and passing, and she have the young boy peeing on the wall. I mean, we could do better than that. Set up all yourself today. It is Earth Day. Take care of the planet that we live on. Set up all yourself right. Lost a rant until I run out of time. Anyway, it is Earth Day today. Do what you need to do to continue to preserve the planet we live on. All right, I wanted this morning, let me see, I have 30 seconds. So this morning for Information Corner, I just wanted to hail up some of our national athletes. They have been doing well, and they're starting to get back into the groove of things. Wanted to hail up this morning, not wanted. Hailing up this morning, Delron Felix. Delron left the island yesterday, was the 21st. Yesterday, to participate in the Ioana swimming qualifiers in Tokyo. So Delron, all the best to you. He's a national swimmer. He is also the captain of the national swim team for regional international events. Good luck to him as he goes off to Tokyo for the Ioana qualifiers. The qualifiers take place from the 29th to May 2nd. He is one of our prolific swimmers, so all the best to Delron as he heads out on the international stage to qualify for the Ioana tournament, the Ioana competition. Bless up your whole self. As well as also going to hail up next pick, Mike. Also going to hail up Nye Cruikshank. She made her debut in the Paralympic swimming competition over the past week, I should say. She competed, according to the information, I'm going to read it because I agree, successfully competed in 3 days of competition at the Para World Swimming Series, April 15th to the 17th in the US. Congratulations to her. I have been following her performances. She made a good account of herself on the international stage, and congratulations to her, or the coaching staff, her family, her friends. Nye, bless up your whole self this morning. Just wanted to hail up our national athletes waving the red, green and yellow flag. Even when we're not aware, they're out there representing us. So when we can, we hail them up. Bless up all your whole selves. And all the athletes representing Grenada, whatever sport that you're representing us in, especially during these COVIDious times. I know training has been difficult for the past year, and a little piece pace, but continue doing what you're doing. We appreciate it. Good luck to all your ventures for 2021 as we get back into the swing of things. It's now time for us to get ready for the morning edition of news for those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms. We bring you highlights of last evening's newscast. Good morning, Grenada. We'll be right back.
What started as tremendously pleasing show of numbers and people interested in the COVID-19 vaccine soon turned to a huge disparity as weeks later those numbers fell significantly. Chairman on the COVID-19 committee says he is dissatisfied with the decline.
Chair of Grenada's COVID-19 committee, Dr. Bert Brathwaite, has expressed disappointment with the sudden lack of interest and taken the COVID-19 vaccine by Grenadians. During the first few days of vaccination on the island, people had turned out in their hundreds to get the vaccine. Despite the negative press that surrounded the AstraZeneca vaccine, many frontline workers showed up during the first week. Dr. Brathwaite says at present, the momentum has sharply declined.
There were long lines to get vaccinated. But in the last 3-4 weeks or so, it's plateaued. And that's very disappointing. And during the course of this program, I hope I will be able to explain to people the significance, the fallout from lack of uptake of vaccination in the country. And of course, I know there are a lot of negatives about vaccinations, which we can also explore. With some of people's concerns, etc. So it started good, plateaued, and we are continuing as a matter of fact, on the weekend, on Sunday, between 5 and 7, there's going to be a virtual discussion which involves a broad cross-section of the community and will be streamed live. And the work goes on ongoing with ads and promotions, etc.
The chair said he believes this level of relaxation displayed is due to the low number of recorded COVID-19 cases on the island since the virus first arrived at our shores.
Well, I think in a sense we are victim of our own success, if I may say so, in the sense that you'll be aware that we have just 150 cases that we have picked up here. We have only had community transmission really on one period, and even then it wasn't full-fledged community transmission. That was back in December, there around last year. And we've been able to keep things pretty tight in terms of folk coming in. So the popular saying is, we don't have COVID here. Well, I want to dismiss that fallacy. Once there's a global pandemic of COVID, we have to consider that we have it right on our doorstep, because at any time it can emerge.
So far, over 11,500 individuals have received their first dose of the vaccine. Nearly 200 have received their second dose. To date, we have 3 active cases of COVID-19, all in self-isolation, and 250 persons in quarantine facilities.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is hoping that one of several groups whose livelihood was forced to halt due to the COVID-19 pandemic will use their platform to encourage Grenadians to take the COVID-19 vaccine.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell has urged promoters to encourage their colleagues to use their various platforms to help promote the government's vaccination program, which he said is key to restarting activity in some sectors. Dr. Mitchell met Tuesday with members of the Grenada Promoters Association to discuss possible resumption of activity in the entertainment industry, which has been hard hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. The onset of the pandemic in Grenada since March 2020 placed an indefinite hold on mass events, which are considered potential super spreaders. While the hold on events served to help keep the population safe, the industry shutdown has had dire effects on the livelihood of promoters and others whose earnings are directly linked to the staging of events. The Prime Minister empathized with the promoters who were left stranded without a source of income for more than a year, and he applauded their efforts to help chart the way forward. With Grenada's COVID-19 vaccination program ongoing as one of the primary means of getting back to normal, efforts are intensifying to reintroduce activities in the entertainment sector in a structured manner that will not compromise the safety of promoters, entertainers, workers, and patrons. The Grenada Promoters Association has made several recommendations on the way forward, including a set of regulations to guide the staging of events, entry point procedures to capture contact tracing information, food and bar service options to minimize crowding in one location. Prime Minister Mitchell promised urgent action on the matter, which includes a meeting with the COVID-19 subcommittee to review the entertainment resumption protocols, followed by a cabinet submission, which will facilitate deliberation at the highest level and a decision on the way forward. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Silver Sands Hotel has added yet another 30 rooms to its existing room stock. Wednesday, Grenada saw the official launch of its Beach House project.
A U.S. $20 million project was launched on Wednesday. This marks the second hotel development in Grenada for Naib Souris, owner of Silver Sands Grenada. Construction will begin in June this year, with completion anticipated within 18 months. This facility will see an additional 30 rooms added to the hotel's room stock. Souris expressed his intention to expand, adding a further 30 rooms. He also disclosed plans for other developments.
Louis, we are now discussing with the partners of Camper, and I mean, most of you, even the PM doesn't know that, so I'm telling him now. We're discussing with the Camper and Nichols and the Chinese to do something together to promote the Port Louis area. So we're putting some assets together, and we have our own plans if they don't come through. So to promote that area as a new entertainment spot, plus add 2 hotels also there, including the hotel which was on the top, and we'll name it the same thing because of the Marlon Brando movie, so we want to keep the legacy. If we do all that, then we've added like 500 rooms to Grenada. From the current 1,000, it's a 50% upside, So
Minister Clarice Modeste Cohen welcomes this new addition to Grenada's room stock, citing its importance in attracting flights and visitors to the island.
For room stock is very obvious. We need that as a leverage to bring more flights into Grenada, to bring more variety of flights into Grenada, to bring people on those flights. Airlines will not fly if they're not full, and we don't want to see. During the COVID, we've had flights coming in with a few people, but we hope that this will soon be a thing of the past, and we'll see full flights coming into Grenada. High demand, direct flights from whichever destination, rather than having to share because we cannot attract more. And room stock is a major, major issue.
The minister indicated that they welcome investors, including locals, showing interest in development. The Beach House project will include an elegant Italian restaurant, spa and gym services, and water sports. The project is expected to employ at least 200 employees in its construction stage, and upon completion, 100 permanent staff. Christina John, GBN News.
Grenadians within the hospitality sector now have the opportunity to receive first-class education through the West Indies School of Hospitality. The school was launched on Tuesday and will be providing certification in collaboration with the E. Cornell University. Details in this report.
Tuesday, 20th April, saw the launch of the West Indies School of Hospitality in collaboration with E. Cornell University, the online education department of New York-based Cornell University, which offers various online certifications. Individuals in the hospitality sector, through their respective hotels, can now access education which will be directly relevant to their line of work. The founders are owner of Silver Sands Resort, Naguib Sawaris, and the chairman of the Grenada Tourism Association, Barry Collymore, who announced that 6,000 courses will be offered to Grenadians every year at no cost.
So what we have put together here is an interesting program. It's a program which allows persons in the hospitality and service sector to get access to E. Cornell courses, which are indeed the best in the world. With Naguib's help, we have established a fund through Innovate, which will offer these courses at 100% scholarships. Every year, we will be offering 6,000 courses to the hospitality sector in Grenada and possibly the Caribbean.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell expressed his support for the initiative. He said tourism is important to the overall success of the country.
Grenada's potential in tourism has not been tapped at all. The level of opportunities that exist within this industry for this country who God has given us, and that we have not, and sometimes not utilized optimally, cannot be underestimated.
Minister for Tourism, Honorable Clarice Modeste Kerwin, also welcomed the hospitality school as a means to revive the tourism sector heavily impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Grenada continues to be a much sought-after destination. And therefore, the launch of this School of Hospitality program is a ray or many rays of sunshine in these dark COVID times. It will provide great opportunities for the young people and others. So this union, this partnership, having this renowned school in our trial and state will bring untold benefits to this nation.
Courses such as service excellence, hospitality leadership, and food and beverage management will be made available to Grenadians. Hospitality workers, including managers, supervisors, and general service staff, will be eligible for scholarships. Trelana Charles, GBN News.
The eruption of the La Soufrière volcano should teach us a lesson. That's according to Senator Roderick St. Clair during an exclusive interview with GBN. The farmers' representative asked the question, how prepared are we to sustain ourselves and feed ourselves? He says the strength of a nation is preparedness. Details in this report.
Grenada's dependence on imports of livestock and other vegetables from St. Vincent and the Grenadines is hit a serious blow. Farmers' representative in the Senate, Roderick St. Clair, says as we approach the hurricane season, there are a few factors that must be considered in the immediate. St. Clair says he senses some form of anxiety as to whether we can sustain in the absence of supplies from St. Vincent.
What is our food supply stock right now? We need to look at that. In terms of our root crops and so on, what is the state of that in this country? We need to look at what planting materials do we have secured, because that is a big issue that St. Vincent will have. Even if you may want to start back, do you have proper planting material to start back? Planting material need to be involved, and we need to do this at the community level, not only at the ministry's main propagating stations. We need to be having at the community level. Similarly, and we could build along the NADMA, because the NADMA structure is already there.
The St. Vincent experience, he believes, creates an avenue whereby government and farmers here can capitalize on. Senator St. Clair's view is that agriculture is still low on the priority list by those in authority. It's time to start taking action. So
if you have a disaster, you then put up your hand in your air and then you say, well, oh, we need to do this and we need to do that. And then we go into a whole conversation of talk of things that we should have done. Maybe just 2 things we can do, maybe 3 things. So then let's do something. I would like to know what is the plan of our leaders through NADMA, through the Ministry of Agriculture, because that is the specific agriculture systems, this upcoming hurricane season. Not the talk plan. Do we have 2 containers somewhere storing items? Do we have water stored in 10 locations in this country?
Minister for Agriculture Peter David, during Wednesday's press brief, explained that they are working with a plan, having been in contact with counterparts in St. Vincent who are requesting products from Grenada. The minister said they have activated a process in the ministry to increase production, working in collaboration with the Marketing and National Importing Board, farmers and farmers' organizations.
We have already looked at several government estates we are focusing on one of these estates. The Granberry estate is currently now under review. In fact, a team went out to the estate on Monday morning. We've looked at the estate. We've determined how we will proceed to production. The first thing we must do is decide what we are going to produce. We have to ensure that we just don't go wildly. I mean, some people would want us to start immediately and just start doing. That is understandable. But we have to first decide what the market will want, because you can be producing X, but the market demands Y. So we have to first make a determination, and we are going to do that in collaboration with the farmers and in collaboration with the Marketing and National Import Board.
Chrislina John, GBN News.
Still on the topic, farmers want to increase the amount of food produced on their farms to decrease the food import bill in Grenada. However, they are discouraged by the act of predial larceny. Officials from the Ministry of Agriculture explain how they plan to tackle this vexing issue. Rena Pierre-Thomas has more in this report.
Government, through the Ministry of Agriculture, initiated a drive to increase food production on the island. And while farmers are buying into the idea to resuscitate the agriculture industry, the issue of predial larceny remains a heavy burden on many farmers. Acknowledging this, Minister for Agriculture Peter David says his ministry has already met with members of the Royal Grenada Police Force to chart the way forward in strengthening the police force to tackle the plaguing issue.
But our government, again, cannot wave a magic wand and get rid of predial larceny. Be that as it may, we had discussions with the Commissioner of Police 2 weeks ago, because we believe that the Royal Grenada Police Force needs to step up its operations in that regard. We had discussions with respect to revitalizing the Farm Watch program that apparently, I am told by some farmers, was going quite well. And we have to properly equip the predial larceny unit. That is a shortcoming. But again, we have to get our communities on board. We have to get our people on board.
David is also calling on the entire general public to be each other's keeper to combat predial larceny.
But I call on the communities. I call on the farmers themselves. I call on the people out there who are buying produce and selling produce that they know are stolen. Unless they come aboard, unless we have the communities on board with the issue, we are not going to stop it. So I call on the people to work with the farmers, understand the farmers. I call on the farmers to keep advocating. I will do as much as I can.
The minister made a strong call to private businesses to invest in agriculture, as it can be a profitable venture.
But I do believe our private sector needs to invest more in agriculture. I think our private sector needs to see agriculture as a profitable enterprise. And therefore, I am calling on the private sector as we sit here to come forward with capital to invest. There are many persons who are now interested in agriculture. So we are going to be working with the private sector. We are going to be working with the banks, with all of the financial institutions to see if we could get capital to partner with labor and to partner with the land to ensure increased production.
The Agriculture Minister was speaking on government's weekly media briefing. For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
Work continues on providing avenues for crop insurance for local farmers who encounter loss of their crops during a disaster. This discussion becomes more important as the hurricane season approaches. Farmers' representative in the Senate hopes that by year's end, farmers should have access to this facility.
Cocoa and nutmeg are the two crops currently considered for crop insurance. Several factors must be taken into account before a decision can be reached for other crop coverage. Speaking to Senator Roderick St. Clair on Wednesday, he explained what is currently done, stating that they have made a lot of progress in this regard.
As we stand right now, we are at a very advanced stage. We have what they call the brokers, who are speaking to the reinsurers, and we are working towards having to figure out what is the premium that can be charged, and then look at the local end in terms of who are the local insurance companies that are going to be providing that product at the local level. We have looked at the type of damages, the type of compensation, that can be required for the different. We have consulted with the farmers actually over the last 2 years in this matter. So what is happening here is a very unique product.
As this is being developed from its initial phase, he explained the stages of development before finalization.
The key thing is it will be another insurance product. So, for example, there are different insurance products in the country for vehicles, for cars, for life, and all those things. So this insurance product, right, would then have to be vetted and passed by GAFIN, which is our local authority for regulation of insurance product, to make sure that it's proper and the beneficiaries is not swindled, etc., etc., etc. So that is more ways. So whatever we are doing must also comply. And of course, we have been having discussion with GAFIN along the way. And of course, at the final stage, we expect them to sit down again and put in the input before the product could officially be out. So all of this has been happening for the last 2 years.
Different dynamics were explained as he referenced the stakeholders' involvement.
Divide the country in such a manner, well, according to the scientific data, such that if there is a signal that sudden wind passed in that area, one, but also there is reported damage from that area, you can then say, yes, and you have certain mechanisms that would kick in to deal with that. So not because the whole of Grenada didn't get damaged, someone in Victoria wouldn't get compensated, because we have to recognize that otherwise, sometimes if you don't have a hurricane that go across the whole country, the farmer basically suffers.
It is expected that by year's end, farmers should have access. Christina John, GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Superintendent Vani Cohen reminded the public that it is not okay to threaten someone, as persons are liable to charges. He said threatening language is a criminal offense.
But if we don't stem the tide of these threatening languages now, this is what become the harm offenses tomorrow and the maim offenses tomorrow. And the gunshot that we have been hearing stems from that. So we believe that if we change our approach to the way we deal with threatening language, we believe that we can minimize the possibility of harm going forward. And so most policing district, most commanders have agreed that instead of reaching out and warning people in their community, we're going to up the response a little bit by bringing you into the station and letting you know that it is not okay to go threaten members of the community, and that we're taking these offenses very seriously and we're responding accordingly.
Our online audience gave their opinions on the announcement. Kellon commented, yes, do that. Change all approach. Dahlia commented about time too, and for sexual harassment. The language used towards women going about their business is shocking. Michael added, police use the most obscene language towards citizens, but it is not against the law for them. All you full of it. Lindy wrote, police officers are a product of our society too. A general improvement in professionalism and respect is needed across all sectors. Jay commented, obscene language is no criminal act. Everybody does it. Floyd responded, Jay, according to the laws of Grenada, it is a criminal act. Police are not tasked with writing the laws, they are tasked with making sure they are obeyed. And Joseph commented, how do we define bad language? It is a word or words that someone or others may find to be offensive to them. It is a very delicate subject and very difficult to legislate against. However, in every civilized society, there needs to be standards, and it must come from the top. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
Government plans to decriminalize marijuana in Grenada are well on the way. That's according to Minister for Agriculture Peter David, who believes that by mid-2021, legislations will be brought to Parliament. Rena Pear Thomas tells us more in this report.
if legislations tabled and approved in Parliament by June 2021. Grenadians and Rastafarians will be able to plant and use a small quantity of cannabis with no fear of being arrested. So says Minister for Agriculture Peter David, who announced that a draft for some legislation was already developed for the decriminalization of marijuana in Grenada.
The first step is not going to be for mass production. The first step is going to deal with the criminal justice issues, meaning that there are many young people who have been criminalized or not criminalized, who have received criminal records because of possession of small quantities. We are going to discuss, have a national discussion on the small quantities. The proposals will come before several stakeholder organizations within the next couple of weeks, and we are going to discuss what has been done through the region, which is the decriminalization of small quantities of cannabis. Not legalization, decriminalization.
The minister is optimistic that once brought before Parliament, the legislation will be approved, as he explains that the review received so far have been in a positive light.
The government's position is that at this time we have small amount of cannabis, small amount, a few plants, and that should be on the table for public discussion, although we don't anticipate much public discussion because the public has already discussed and already decided. It's an overwhelming call. This is just my opinion. I believe there's an overwhelming call for the decriminalization of the small quantities. So I believe that should come. I said late last year and I said earlier this year that I anticipate by June we should be ready to bring that to Parliament.
Minister David was speaking during government's weekly post-cabinet briefing. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
During the past couple of weeks, officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force appear to have become targets for citizens violating the law. The most recent was the attack on 3 law enforcement officers in River Sally, St. Patrick. These attacks have become a topic for discussion. This Thursday edition of the program Release It with host Godfrey Augustine will delve deeper into what the law says about acts like these.
We want to touch on the communication that should be taking place between police officers and civilians in the process of police officers carrying out their duties. What is the proper approach the police officer should take to sort of minimize or to prevent situations from getting to that kind of confrontation? And also, we think it's important to educate civilians on how they need to respond to police officers. If an officer approaches them to have a discussion or to involve them in some investigation about any matter. So because we believe, one, that police officers should be trained in that way to deal with situations, and also civilians need to understand what the law allows a police officer to do, because the law does allow them to carry out their duty with a certain amount of power.
Augustine highlighted another disturbing trend that creates a breakdown in society, for which he wants lawmen to be a bit more forceful in addressing.
The use of excessive obscenities on social media. In fact, there is one going around now where a gentleman from Grenville, well-known gentleman who is a singer, he is very abusive on social media, and the choice words that he used. Personally, I believe the police should look into these issues, and people who behave in that manner should be arrested. And I have no apologies for saying that. I definitely will like to see the police taking a more serious approach and enforcing the law.
Listeners can also chime in on Classic 105, GBN's Facebook page, and GBN's production YouTube channel with their questions and comments. The program begins at 8:35 p.m. on Thursday.
Bruv. Hello? I can't see you. What's good? But I can't even hear you. Yo. Hello? Hello? Ah. Okay, I see you. I'm good. I'm coming in. Ah. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100-pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis, get going.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
Our ocean is education for life. Encourage your students to learn about marine life, water quality, sea level rise. Let them explore sciences. Encourage them through field trips and scholarships. The more they know, the better they can protect our oceans from litter and climate change. Let them rise to the challenge. The ocean is our responsibility, their inheritance, their future.
This message brought to you by the OECS Commission with funding from the government of Norway. Remlit, tackling ocean pollution from turf to surf.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, 20 and a half minutes after 7 o'clock. Those of you who are just joining us, happy to have you. Those of you who stuck with us, thank you for your patience. It is Thursday, which means it's time for Talk the Things Thursday. That's right, going to give you a topic. You're going to share your thoughts on it. This morning we're going to play, I'm going to play an excerpt of a news story broadcast on GBN News last evening, and it deals with government's move to decriminalize marijuana possession, marijuana use in Grenada. Let me play the clip, and then we're gonna wait. There we go. Then we're gonna talk the things when we come back. So let's play the clip, and then we're gonna talk.
Legislations tabled and approved in Parliament by June 2021. Grenadians and Rastafarians will be able to plant and use a small quantity of cannabis with no fear of being arrested. So says Minister for Agriculture Peter David, who announced that a draft for some legislation was already developed for the decriminalization of marijuana in Grenada.
The first step is not going to be for mass production. The first step is going to deal with the criminal justice issues, meaning that there are many young people who have been criminalized or not criminalized, who have received criminal records because of possession of small quantities. We are going to discuss, have a national discussion on the small quantities. The proposals will come before several stakeholder organizations within the next couple of weeks, and we are going to discuss what has been done through the region, which is the decriminalization of small quantities of cannabis. Not legalization, decriminalization. The government's position is that at this time we have small amount of cannabis, small amount, a few plants, and that should be on the table for public discussion, although we don't anticipate much public discussion because the public has already discussed and already decided. It's an overwhelming call. This is just my opinion. I believe there's an overwhelming call for the decriminalization of the small quantities. So I believe that should come. I said late last year, and I said earlier this year that I anticipate by June we should be ready to bring that to Parliament.
So let me talk the things now. Decriminalization of marijuana. Yay, nay, I ain't sure. That's the sides we picking this morning. Yay, aka yes. Nay, I'm not for it. And I ain't sure. I am not too certain about how I feel about the matter. That's what we're gonna talk things this morning. The landline number. And listen, we sticking to it this morning, eh? Yay, nay, I don't know. All right, that is where we go in this morning. Let me stick to the script. Landline number 435-2041. WhatsApp number, it's also 435-2041. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp. And you can also talk the things on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page and the GBN Production YouTube channel. There we go. Yay, nay, arrow sure. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Master.
Good morning, Tanti. How you doing?
Are they hanging in there? How are you?
I'm good this morning.
I don't hear you at all these days. I can't get to talk to you because you always have your guests.
Yes.
Like when I hear your voice this morning, I know you're up and about, and God give you strength and energy to do what you have to do.
Yes.
Get to your office safety at morning time. Remember, when you come out of your car, be careful. Don't let anything happen to you because without you, we'll have all these top thing on the air. We want you to be there with us always, and you take care of yourself and your voice and your health.
I shall do so.
What are you talking about, marijuana?
Decriminalization, not legalization. Decriminalization of marijuana. Yay, nay, or I'm not sure.
You smoke marijuana, you don't smoke it, it's still a dangerous weapon. Because as long ago, when people smoke marijuana, they all go to jail for many years. But it's a bad thing. If you're smoking and whatever you're smoking, once you're smoking it, it's dangerous. Marijuana is not something that people should be smoking because children are going to fall up and smoke it too, and they don't get themselves into trouble. Now, people say marijuana is a remedy, is what's good and good for other people to do, what they should do with it and what they shouldn't do with it. But the marijuana is a dangerous weapon.
So don't decriminalize?
No, don't decriminalize it because it's a dangerous weapon.
All right.
It's still going to encourage you to smoke. And when you smoke too much, they turn everybody going to smoke it, they say it's something good, but it's not something good. You're still go in jail for it because they're still putting people in jail for marijuana. Okay?
Thank you very much, Tanti.
Have a blessed day, darling.
You too. Decriminalization of marijuana. So let me make sure everybody on the same page. Decriminalization is not legalization. Decriminalization is you will not face the court system, the legal system, if you are in possession of marijuana on a small quantity, not those big lasher thousands of pounds of marijuana that you're looking to distribute. Not that. Maybe. How do they measure it again? Hold on. Maybe in ounces, like maybe a 5 ounce or less, you would not be penalized by the court system. That's what decriminalization means, not legalization. So the question this morning, decriminalization of marijuana. Yes, no, I am not sure. Yay, nay, I don't know. Let me go again. 435-2041. That's WhatsApp and the landline. Let me see if there's anybody on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, yay, it's about time, Grenada. WhatsApp are coming there just now. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, how you do?
Good.
All right.
They legalize marijuana. All the Rasta men were there in the prison of the for marijuana. They have to let them go?
Well, maybe that's part of it.
Well, yes, okay.
All right, thank you. That has been done in other countries when it's decriminalized according to the quantity that you had when you were arrested and or jailed. Sometimes they expunge your records, aka take the charge off your record so it won't show up. So I'm not sure if that is what will be done in Grenada. Again, I am not sure. The legislation would soon go before Parliament. Minister David said he predicts maybe around June, which is in about 2 months' time or so. So let's see if that is part of the plans, but I am not sure. Let me see what's happening. Let me see. Somebody on Facebook says the country should be thoroughly educated on the subject. And somebody else on Facebook simply says, nay. Yay, nay, add a sure decriminalization of marijuana. Good morning, caller.
You should add one more with it. You should add one with it. And the one I'm adding now is I am saying yes, but find a market, decriminalize it, legalize it, find a market for it. Sell it to the people who have the legal license to produce overseas, because we don't have a choice now. We don't have a choice. So my answer is yes, but go one step further, legalize it, and find a market so we could get revenue for it. We don't have a choice now. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. You enjoy yours as well. But then the next thing too, who we exporting it to? Because just now Allman Jack have their own marijuana farm and companies. So what gonna happen? I hear what you're saying, so not necessarily you I'm responding to. I'm just wondering if we produce to export, who will be exporting it to? Allman Jack there in it, John? By truth? Maybe St. Vincent might need it because the volcano. Maybe this is the opportunity to cut and go through in Vincey's market. We ain't thieving from all of Vincy. We blocking the hole until all they can come back. Oh, great. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Okay, we lost that caller. Somebody on WhatsApp says, nah. Legalizing it will only lead to abuse of it. Let me see. WhatsApp are coming. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, how you do?
Yes, not bad at all, and good morning to you and everyone.
Thank you.
As they say, the devil is in the details. The criminalization of what? Possession or use. The other question I want to find out, if the use is permitted, would it be permitted in public? Or can you smoke your joint on your private premises? So there are a number of important details that we have to know before we can say yea, nay, or whatever. You understand the point I'm making?
Understood clearly.
When they put together that bill, I'll be eager to see what are the details that are built into it. Because I don't want to be having to go walk in the road and guys are just smoking because they feel that it is not a criminal act. They can smoke, so I have no right myself to protect myself against the second-hand smoke and the other things. So let's see what the details are, and then we can have a better assessment and give a sounder, opinion on how it may or may not affect us as a country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and solid points you make there, especially in terms of its use in public. I remember was it years ago, months ago? No man, that was years ago. Months ago when they just started the public discussions, they did mention that one of the things they were really considering was ensuring that it is kept, the use is kept in private homes. And I'll advocate for that 100%. I am already bombarded with cigarette smoke. I cannot deal with marijuana in the process. Me and somebody, I will fight. Nope. Cigarette is enough, and it's already too much. Can't deal with both of them. So let me make a plug right here for the legislators listening. when we bring that bill before Parliament, ensure, please, I beg you, that it speaks to use in private homes and not publicly. Please and thanks. I beg you. There we go. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp simply says, nay. There we go. Yay, nay, I don't sure in terms of decriminalization of marijuana in Grenada. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, hold on. Oh, Minister David. Minister David, please talk to your boys before you go and pass your law. Prime Minister Mitchell put you there to woo the youths to get votes because their eyes are being opened. Come out on the ground. They want you in person to... Well, they want you in person to pass the pesh. A big nay. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jacob. How you do? You better today?
Well, a little better today. Not quite.
Well, a little is a feast.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, nay, or you're not sure about the decriminalization?
No, that one is a no for me. Where I stay in West Stone Street, you could say I stay in the road. If some people want to pass, some of them do passing on the road. Some of them passing in the yard in the night. And I can't take that scent of that marijuana. And I don't feel that marijuana should be thing in Grenada. I don't care. Because I know a lot of them going to stone me down. In the night, every minute a stone falling on my house. But the thing is, it don't go on the ground. It's staying in the gutter in. And then when the rain fall, you have a lot of mosquito on top of my house because the water don't go down on the ground. Because the stone don't fall in on the ground. Okay? The stone don't fall in on the ground.
Okay.
The stone go down in the gutter.
So no decriminalization.
The Prime Minister is a no for that.
All right. Okay.
Love you. What about Mommy?
Mommy is good.
Take good care of Mommy for me and give Mommy a good hug and a kiss.
I will.
Okay, sweetheart.
All right.
Bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yes, yeah, nay, or I don't sure. In English terms, yes, no, I am not certain about what I feel in relation to the decriminalization of marijuana. You had to give them the colloquial and you had to give them the proper English for the people that can't keep up. Let me see. Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, yes, sir, make money off of it. Somebody else says, we need to stop following other countries. Yes, it has its value in medications, etc. But you in your house and that nasty smell coming in your house, going down your throat, and it's so strong, it's now mixed with other substances and making them go mad. And it's not a lie. As someone I know works in a mental institution, and a lot of young men are off their head. That's true. I know of one very bright young man when I was in school. He got a blacks, and he is now one of the homeless people on the streets. So I know that firsthand. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
I'm fine.
All right, yay and nay, or you ain't sure?
I would say yay because my yay is because of the health benefits from it, right? That's why I give it a yay. Blossom, you could tell me when they're having this the virtual with the Prime Minister, with the Ministry of Health and the vaccine. On
the vaccine, that would be Sunday, please the Lord.
Okay.
5 to 7 or 7 to 9? I think it's 5 to 7 p.m. on Facebook.
On Facebook?
On Facebook. If I hear of any other platform, I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, nay, I don't sure. The decriminalization of marijuana, yes, nor I am not certain about how I feel. There we go. WhatsApp are coming back again just now. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, 100%.
100% yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
All right.
Now, you see, I hear people talking about the devil in details and all of that. Who made marijuana? It's God. It's God's creation. Now, we have some man-made creation. We have alcohol, and we have tobacco cigarettes filled with nicotine. All these things don't do nothing good for your body. There's nothing that tobacco cigarette does for your body. But as far as marijuana is concerned, there are many medicinal properties in that herb. So give due respect and a big yay, 100%.
Thank you very much. A big yay, nay, Shore. Landline number again, 435-2041. WhatsApp number is also 435-2041. You can also message us on the Facebook page and YouTube channel. Yay, nay, Shore. Decriminalization of marijuana. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
Not bad at all.
All right. Yay, nay, or you ain't sure?
I will say no.
Why no?
Well, because it's not a good idea.
All right, fair enough. Thank you. All right, let me come my WhatsApp. I know WhatsApp. I know. I come in. Hold on, let me scroll. Only need to scroll down. Hold on. All right, let me go. WhatsApp. Somebody says, well, is either or. We either put tobacco and alcohol on the criminalized list or we take marijuana off. Nonetheless, we must be aware that smoking anything is damaging to the lungs and could put extra strain on the health care system. Either way you're doomed. Somebody so bad and so worse. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, no need to decriminalize. What we need is to educate people to plant food. Another WhatsApper, when the decriminalization of this herb, will people be allowed to smoke in public space considering other people are not using it? That's the question. Hopefully they will tell them stay in the place and don't come outside. Somebody else says, what's about the barbecue smoke? I don't understand. I don't understand that one. As in if it's harmful too? I think all smoke harmful, but I know the answer to that one. Somebody else, let me go on Facebook. Hold on. Somebody on Facebook. Somebody says, I think it's a step in the right direction because other countries are making millions on marijuana and we're putting people in jail and burning it. It will bring a great sum of money to the economy and maybe the 4% will be paid. Somebody else on Facebook says, Bush Dr. Peter Tosh, time overdue. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
How you do?
I'm okay.
All right, just turn the volume down on the radio or the TV.
Sorry, just 1 second.
Hello?
I've been listening. Good morning. Sorry again.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I've been listening to this conversation. And it's the first time I'm calling your program. And what I recognize in people is smoking this marijuana here, there, and everywhere presently. The other day I had a little party at 4 people, 5 people. And one of the guys that normally smoking, he came by within us, and you know what he said? It's a good thing they legalizing it just now. So what he means that when they legalize that, they will be here, there, and everywhere, all about in town on the sidewalk and smoking this thing, which I don't think it is right. So if ever they're doing this, legalizing that, they have to have proper things in place. You understand what I'm saying? Have proper things in place that guys would not be able to disrespect people, come on out the window and smoke. So know what they're doing and do it proper. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. I repeat, know what they're doing and do it proper. For it. What I want them to keep in mind is that not everybody wants to engage in such activities, whether it's decriminalized or not, whether it's legalized or not. So keep that in mind. You can't please everybody, but try and please everybody. Let me go. Let me go by WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I hate when they smoke right before they come on the bus. For me, yes, for medical reasons. Other than that, no. Yeah, nay, sure. In terms of decriminalization of marijuana in proper English, yes, no, I am not certain about how I feel about this current subject. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, how you doing?
I'm good. This is the first time I'm calling the program.
Thank you, appreciate that.
And Blossom, I think you need to continue explaining what exactly you're talking about, because most of the callers think that they're legalizing the marijuana. The other thing I realize is that most of the callers probably never smoke marijuana. I for it 1,000%. For medical reasons, it's a natural herb, and A lot of countries in the world is legalizing marijuana and making millions of dollars from it. Years ago, it's the poor people, they used to pressure. Today, the people is making, the same people who used to pressure the poor set of people, the Caribbean people, like Jamaica is a Caribbean country, who plant a lot of marijuana. They used to pressure these people. The same people who make the law to pressure these people is the same people today that making millions of dollars from marijuana. So it's time for we to make money out of it. So I think they should, and I think they should decriminalize the marijuana for all the young people that have a record just to go to jail. The other thing, they talk about the smoking. Tobacco is much dangerous than marijuana. So the people who are saying about the smoking and smoking all over the place, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think so. And it's your choice. If you don't like it, don't smoke it. If you can't handle it, don't smoke it. There's different grade of marijuana, and if you try it, you don't feel right, don't do it.
Okay.
And that is what I believe. So I'm all the way for it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, caller. You say, you don't feel it'll be all over the place. It's illegal. It is still criminalized, something that you can be penalized for in the court system, and it's still all over the place. You're going a little fat here, a little fat there, you're walking down the street and you're smelling it, it's all over the place and it's illegal. When it's decriminalized, there's no self, they'll get brave with it. So I beg to differ with you saying that it wouldn't be all over the place. Let me see the time right. Let me take a break and then we're going to come back and continue the discussion. Yay, nay, I don't sure. Yes, nor I am not sure about how I feel about the current subject. This is Talk the Things Thursday on Good Morning Grenada. We'll be back in a short while.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of it, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
The 61st annual meeting of shareholders of Grenada Electricity Services Limited will be held virtually on Zoom, as well as the Grenada Trade Center on Thursday, 29th April at 10 a.m. Given the risks of COVID-19, shareholders are strongly encouraged to attend the meeting virtually. Virtual attendants are required to submit a proxy for voting. In keeping with COVID-19 protocols, limited seating is available for in-person attendees. To confirm availability and reserve a seat, or for information, please call Grenlec at 237 extension 312.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
I got me hands up in the sky.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. It is Talk the Things Thursday. This morning, the topic on the front burner: yay or nay, or yay and sure, the decriminalization of marijuana. Yesterday in post-cabinet briefing, Minister of Agriculture, Peter David, said the legislation is being prepared to go before Parliament, and that could happen by June or thereabouts in terms of decriminalization. By way of explanation, legalization of cannabis is the removal of all legal prohibition against it. But that is not what's taking place. What's taking place is the decriminalization, which means it would remain illegal, but the system would not prosecute someone for possession under a specified amount of marijuana, a small portion. Like a 5 ounce or less. I don't know if it's 5 ounces. That's just a number that came in my mind. So that's the difference between decriminalization and legalization. So this morning, Talk the Things Thursday, decriminalization of marijuana. Yay, nay, or sure. Yes, no, I am not certain how I feel about the current subject. Let's get back to members of the public. Let me go back by the landline and then I'm coming back by the social media. Good morning, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
Well, I'm doing very, very well.
Amen.
Well, I cannot say how much yay I want to see. You understand? Because this is something that is well overdue. You know, the decriminalization of small quantities. To an extent, Blossom, you know, the police kind of turned a blind eye already to, you know, to a joint and a two joint and thing like that, you know, in this island of ours, you know. And people must understand, listen, the same way you have cigarette smokers that will light up a cigarette in the midst of people who don't smoke and they will look around, you know, and say, well, how can you say you could do that? It's the same way you will have ganja smokers, same with alcohol. You will always have, you know, maybe the few, you know, that does things their way. And Blossom, don't forget, there is a ganja pusher in every single village in this country of ours. Every single village has a ganja pusher. And you know, since Vinci crisis, as I wrap here, let me tell you, some very, very good local start to hit the market. And I hope that is the way forward. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much, caller. All right, somebody on WhatsApp says, yes, yeah, yes. Our local crop makes a lot of sense. Bring in some well-needed revenue. Good morning to that WhatsApper. No behavior. Let me see. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, hold on. What could me they WhatsApp? Right. Somebody on WhatsApp says, in Vinci, you can smoke in your yard and not in the road. Hopefully that would be it in Grenada. Stay in your place. Somebody else says, it's obvious that we can't fight the government on this one. I only hope that the laws would include restrictions on where people can smoke it. I already have to deal with the scent any time of day that someone wants to smoke it downstairs my office. Lord, that's the thing. The smell doesn't stay in where the smoker is. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, yay, with about 10 exclamation marks. The older people need to re-educate themselves on marijuana use. The negative stigma placed on it was done so unfairly. However, as with anything else, people must be responsible and strike a balance in the use and not abuse of it. Good morning, caller.
Good morning to you, Blossom.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How you do?
I'm good.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Marijuana is not legalized as yet. And so many crazy young...
Sorry, caller, just turn the volume down on, was the radio or the TV?
No,
because I get enough feedback.
I am not on the TV, I'm on the phone.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Marijuana is not legalized as yet, and it has so many crazy young youths
well, when they legalize it, what's going to happen? And, I don't like to smell it. Yeah, once I sat down on the bus and somebody just smoke it and they came on the bus and it's like you want to make me fall asleep because they smell strong of it. And it makes my mouth run lots of water. I don't see that. I find that is so odd. Because if it's not legalized at the time, people smoking it in your face. When it's legalized, it is worse, and you cannot tell them anything. That is my view this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And again, the current conversation, and I'm not just talking things, but at a government level is decriminalization and not legalization. Remember, there's a difference. Legalization means no prohibition. Decriminalization means you would not face the harsh penalties of the law if you are in possession of small quantities. The operative word here is small. Don't feel you're going to have a pound and 2 pounds and expect you to not face the brunt of the law. Get it together. Let me see. WhatsApp. We have about 7, not even 7, last maybe about 5. Somebody on WhatsApp says a big nay. That smoke killing us in the neighborhood and they smoking anywhere. It's causing too much disrespect. Let me go on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, I think we as a people need to educate ourselves on this matter because we just make an emotional decision. Firstly, this was created by God. Do we always need to smoke it? No, we don't. There are other ways of using the herb to obtain its benefits. Alcohol and other substances such as cocaine, cigarettes, etc. are substances were also made from some of God's creations. However, they have been modified and therefore create more harm than good. I believe in decriminalizing marijuana. However, as in everything, proper structures need to be put in place. WhatsApp. I go back my WhatsApp. I have a lot of WhatsAppers. Somebody else on WhatsApp says this legalization again is decriminalization. That's the current government level conversation. Decriminalization, not legalization. But anyway, the WhatsApper says this legalization of marijuana is going to allow further damaging of households. I'm battling presently with a brother. When he smokes marijuana, he smashes up everything in the house. When you call the police, all they do is issue a warning. They leave and the same thing happens over and over again. So this decriminalization has to be carefully looked at. Yeah, is it possible that your family member needs assistance other than what you can provide or other than what the police may be able to provide? Somebody else on WhatsApp says, no. Work with a sister WhatsApp. Hold on there, WhatsApp. Do not at once. Somebody on loss. Not me, only the WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, no. It's another move my government. It's another move my government wants to make to win votes. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
If you listen to the clip by Peter David, listen to me carefully. This is a piece of political strategy talk. Listen to me. That is a thing for vote. Listen to me. Here is saying the ending up. For them Rastaman and them, they could smoke the little cigarette. Is it Rastaman alone that smoke marijuana cigarette? Peter and them playing smart. The one man stand up in the parliament and he say not under that body. So why he coming with it now? Is to see if he could join Rastaman onto the voting list for NNP. Because he make reference to them. It's not them alone that smoke marijuana. A lot of other young people, ordinary people smoke marijuana, but he's specifically making reference. So they may Rastaman and then could smoke the joint. Come on, cheap political talk. I was waiting to call to make that point. Play the clip and they're going to hear it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Somebody on Facebook says, some people just say anything without thinking. You don't have to follow other countries. It's not everything is money. The smell is disgusting. It goes on your clothes. Nasty barbecue smoke. It's different. You're cooking food when you're cooking food to eat. Medication use, it's okay. They have been advising people to stop smoking, as some people have taken companies to court after the choice to buy and smoke it. Another Facebooker says most tourists use medical marijuana and because of the laws of Grenada, they don't visit. So I think if our government is interested in tourism, decriminalization of marijuana will be a plus to encourage them. That use them that use it for medical purposes to visit, and it will be great for our economy. WhatsApp, mark my words, once marijuana is legalized, Grenada go become real different. Person has about 10 L's at the end of real. Another WhatsApper says, still trying to decipher decriminalization and legalization. Yes, the way to go. There should be a charge for smoking in public. Waiting to try the tea. Loves. You see, here all they want to do now, all the value added. Lord, let me see if I can take maybe the final caller for Talk the Things. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller.
Yes, no for me in any case, because I had to deal with parents who going crazy with them with their children after they leave school and get crazy with marijuana. And they were stoning their house and all things like that. It's a no. You understand? That's my view this morning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I am for the legalization, not decriminalization. Why? Decriminalization only allows for economic benefits, which eventually pushes the agenda of profit rather than quality. This then results in chemically altered or genetically modified herb, which can be dangerous for consumption. It can be seen happening in larger countries which have already decriminalized and not legalized. Oh, that person coming through with some facts, boy. That sounds like researched answers. I guess that's where a lot of us need to go. Research. All right, y'all. Let me see. One more comment on the Facebook, and wherever my eye falls, that's what I'm reading. Bam. Somebody says on Facebook, why do people always blame marijuana for the misconduct of the youth? Alcohol makes you act stupid and fight, among other things. There are so many others. It's the blacks that make these people go off. Marijuana was not meant to be mixed with cocaine. On every cigarette box, you see the warning from Surgeon Generals, but it's still in almost every shop and supermarket. That's all the time we have this morning for Talk the Things Thursday, this decriminalization of marijuana. Yay, nay, ado, sure. Thank you so much for participating. We now get ready to join the BBC's 8 a.m. newscast. Enjoy the rest of your thankful Thursday. Continue to be safe. Do what you need to protect yourself and the lives of your others. Be COVID-19 smart. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's join the BBC for the 8 a.m.